sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
That's around 27-yard line.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a second down and 9. They'll go again with Genty. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
Geno now to throw. It's Myers again with another catch. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
Now Geno. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. On the zone read, a give to Genty. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it? Or is it time to be a little bit cautious? I think in this case, he feels good about his team. He should go for it.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Here's Ward. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
1 yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing now, Ward. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Ward. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
Complete to Tyler Lockett. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
2nd and 6. Lockett, the man in motion. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Smith. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Gino. And this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on third down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
To throw is Ward. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
3rd and 12. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. To throw, here's Ward. Got his man, Okonkwo. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Once again, it's Genty. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. To throw is Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Oh, good move. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard, 77 yards. And the Titans are on the board first here in Vegas. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now White lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They toss it down to Pollard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, this from 53. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a 1st down to open the drive.
But they run the option here on 1st and 10. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now Smith. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Jacoby Myers, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know.
They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Ward. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Now Ward. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the option, it's Smith himself. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Throwing is Smith. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Myers. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Smith now to throw. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful, a gain of 11.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Back to throw, Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Tennessee offense set to go again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Throwing is Ward. This complete to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Pollard again. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Looking to throw. Ward. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. Down to the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 96 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there.
Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action with Ward. It's caught, blocking. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Ward. Left side complete to Lockett. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
9 yards. First down, Titans.
Off play action, Ward. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Ward. Complete. Jefferson the target. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
To the air again, Ward. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. The carry here for the big tight end. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, now how about this return? And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
At the Titans' 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3. from the gun. Here's Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Thornton. And a quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Gino. Open man is Myers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
Las Vegas.
4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Carlson able to put this one through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action now, Ward. And that is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10. To throw is Ward. And the Raiders have got him. Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 23. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now it's Smith. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Second and 9 now from the 21. From the gun, Ward. Returning right back to Lockett. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, Ward. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Ward. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Ward again. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Ward. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll run left with Pollard. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 42-yard line, here's a second down and 4. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Off the bootleg, Ward. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up second down. Ward off the play fake. Get this down to the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Throwing is Ward. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Tyler Lockett from 3 yards out. And the Titans have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And a fast footwork by White. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Off of play action, here's Smith. That is incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Play action, it's Smith. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Smith. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. DK to return. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 66 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll get this out to Genty. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A shotgun snap for Smith. That's caught by Tucker. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not just a cover guy, Roger McCreary getting back behind the line of scrimmage on that play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll give them 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. That's complete. It's Ashton Jeanty. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th.
Here we go. Check him off.
Geno now to throw. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Throwing now is Geno. Tucker hauls it in over the middle. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Geno. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. To the air again, Smith. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They snap it to Smith. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers from 6 yards away. And the Raiders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
Throwing now, Ward. Middle of the field to Jefferson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3-and-out.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Smith. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Smith now to throw. That's complete. Genty out of the backfield. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Gino going to hand it to Genty. He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Smith. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Myers. No gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Smith. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Back to throw, Smith. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Geno Smith, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it.
Titans 28.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Looking to put a drive together. Block it in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And a strong run that time as it's across midfield and down to the 43. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
2nd and 7. On play action, Ward. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw, here's Ward. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to tame him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Raiders 33.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here is Geno Smith and the Raiders. Down by 1. 80 seconds remaining. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Smith's going to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Here's 2nd down. Smith to throw. This is caught by Tucker. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Smith. That's caught by Thornton. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
At their 49-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. Here's Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Myers. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's taken down inside the 30.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
At the 29-yard line.
Now this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. That's caught by Tucker.
Smith's pass complete to Trey Tucker. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Titans' 22-yard line.
So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.